Explosions along the Iraqi-Syrian border late last night. The American retaliation, expected for 5 days, had begun. This was just one of what the Americans said was 7 Iranian-linked military facilities hit. A total of 85 targets within them, militia headquarters, and ammunition and drone storage sites. Within an hour of the strikes finishing, in a statement, the American president said they will continue at times and places of our choosing. The United States does not seek conflict in the Middle East or anywhere else in the world, but let all those who might seek to do us harm know this: if you harm an American, we will respond. Yesterday afternoon, the president had attended the repatriation of the 3 soldiers whose deaths last Sunday in Jordan triggered this latest moment of Middle Eastern uncertainty. And there was no indication then that he had already ordered the mission to retaliate. The jets were already in the air. The B-1 bombers had taken off hours earlier at night from their base in the United States and were flying a round trip of nearly 12,000 miles, refueled in the air by US aircraft which are understood to have joined the mission from the UK. The governments of both Iraq and Syria have condemned the attacks, which they say will fuel instability. They claim there are casualties. The location of the airstrikes is about 150 miles northeast of this, the base in Jordan where the American soldiers died last Sunday. A drone operated by Iranian proxy militia forces slammed into the soldiers' living quarters. Dozens were injured. The 3 dead were Sergeant Breonna Moffett, Sergeant William Rivers, and Sergeant Kennedy Sanders. That it took President Biden a week to respond has put him under huge pressure domestically from his political opponents on the right. The call has been to hit Iran itself, but he resisted. From the moment Hamas attacked Israel last October, President Biden's objective has been to avoid escalation, to be the president who can grip the region, who can mold what happens, who can exert influence. It really has not been altogether successful, and this moment is about changing that. It is an attempt to re-establish deterrence with force, and America is engaged now on multiple fronts, from the USS Eisenhower overnight. The separate but linked attacks against the Houthi militia in Yemen continued. Far from being contained in Gaza, this is now certainly a regional conflict. Mark Stone, Sky News in Washington.